Welcome guys, in today's video we'll be going over top 7 stereotypes of 1.18 Minecraft PvPers. I have no idea why I'm doing this intro in 1.8, but let's get into it. Up first we've got the sweats. Now we all know sweats, they're in every game and they ruin every game for potentially many players. However, most of us are mad because they're very good at the game. The word miss is just not in the dictionary. They just cannot miss a single shot and would then shamefully go on to say GG at the end of the match while absolutely dominating the entire match. The only type of grass they have ever seen in their life is the grass you see on the map right now. Now next up we have got Craftsman. Now Craftsmen are brilliant at wasting people's time. They would fill up your inventory with a bajillion items that could be crafted into several things. And now you, being a normal person and actually having a life, would not know what those items could be crafted into. But these guys would have a whole list of items that can be crafted, which these guys would know after digging through hours of Reddit and Minecraft forums. Next up we've got the MLG kits. Now, although these kits are quite fun, the fun only lasts for like first 10 seconds, because after you have hit your first 5 MLGs, you want to actually PvP, because you're on a PvP server. But the players who have these kits just deny combat, and all you can do at that point is just wait for them to miss one of their MLGs and awkwardly fall to their death. Next up, we've got the Skybasers. Now, Skybasers would just straight up start building up as soon as the match starts, and would also deny combat until and unless it's air battle. Now, some of these kits would shamelessly not even have a bow or a crossbow, so that the enemy can at least shoot you down and save his time. And of course, if anyone asks you to come down, you're just gonna say no and start speed bridging. Now, I know speed bridgers can be their own niche, but I feel like they usually have many similarities with skybasers, because skybasers, once they have skybase, would just straight up start speed bridging and showing off their bridging. So I'm putting this as a subcategory. Eventually, when these bridges fall, they would clutch their way to the ground and get into combat. Well, because mostly they don't have a choice anymore. And of course, you gotta be toxic if you're using this kit. Next up, we've got critters, and well, these cowards are quite self-explanatory. Next up, we've got troll kits, and for this troll kit, I put a wooden sword in the hotbar and a bunch of netherite swords in the inventory, but most of them have Curse of Binding, and there's 2 swords that don't have Curse of Binding. One just has Unbreaking 3, and the other one has Sharpness 5. And this guy here realizes his fate now that he sees a netherite sword in my hand. Honestly, people who use these kits are just menace to society. Here we have another player. Now he did find a netherite sword, but he didn't find the sword with sharp 5. And this guy just found the sword with sharp 5 and annihilated me. Next up we have got Swordsman, who could be a subcategory of sweats, but with the growing number of them nowadays, I think they deserve their own category. If you're somewhat new to this PvP style, and you face against one of these, as soon as your shield is disabled, the match will be over before you even get a chance to blink. And again, missing is just not a word in their dictionary. I would just like to say, if you have made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. This video took me a really long time to make, so if you subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Mwah. You ever just sit down and think about life? This clip is at 500% speed, by the way.